Pan-African knowledge has gotten to Bishop Maponga. Very recently, pictures have been floating online of Bishop Maponga, almost like he's now living in the wilderness. You know, he's out there, like he's going at it like pretty hard. I mean, like he has exchanged a comfortable queen's bed for sleeping on the rocks. You know, he's been faithful to his beliefs. I mean, like he's even going as far as wanting to rediscover pillows. A bishop is rediscovering pillows. So it's hard out here. Anyways, so these are the videos that have been going out there. They've been pictures, basically, just smaller pictures of him out in the wilderness. I think I even saw a picture of him looking like he was now learning from Amarasta or something like that. So I thought, quite an interesting one. Let's go on and talk about that, and let's just have a small little conversation outside of rediscovering the Queen's bed and also rediscovering pillows. You know, let's have a conversation about that. It's the Reality Show with daily Christian commentary. If it's the first time over here, we show check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm gonna check you out over there. There's a lot, you know, it's a lot. At one point, Bishop Maponga was there kneeling before Credo Motwa, learning this spirituality stuff. You know, the Bible became too less of a subject for Bishop Maponga. He was pursuing knowledge at all costs. The Bible is very clear. It warns about these pursuits of knowledge and stuff. If you read the book of Proverbs, it's very clear. It will drive you crazy, right? Paul even highlights it. He says, you know, forever learning but never coming to the those that know the verse, they'll finish the verse for you. Forever learning, and that's what he doesn't want us to become. People that are just forever learning, you are out there just always pursuing and stuff like that. I mean, I just don't see why a preacher would need to learn the Bible or thing. Maybe you are learning African history. There are places to learn African history, but when it's tainted with African spirituality and all those things, the knowledge is gonna come wobbled and all kinds of stuff. And so there were those pictures then. So now these pictures which came out now showing Bishop Maponga is out playing instruments on the mountains. The bishop is hard at work, learning from Amarastafaria and rediscovering pillows and sometimes even looking ancient. On this picture, Bishop Maponga looks very ancient. He looks like one of those guys in the Bible. According to the drawings that you see. And so, you know, much study said, without the Spirit, puffeth up. You know, you remember that entire thing. It says, knowledge puffeth up. It puffs up. So meaning it will either make you proud, it will make you a person that perceives themselves to be learning, but you don't see what you are learning. Now, each person his own, everybody learns what they feel like, thinking, hey, you have free will. You can go ahead and do what you thinking. The Bible's compilation is it's put in a way that you are able to see and deter yourself from going into the wrong path. You know, you see in the book of Acts, Paul, he finds people just sitting and waiting for new knowledge. You know, if nothing else, they were just sitting waiting for new knowledge. And he says, this pursuit of knowledge that does not end, or that does not, by ending, it doesn't mean that you have learned, you don't need to learn anymore. No, but that doesn't end, meaning it doesn't come to a point of truth, which is directive and stuff like that. Like saying that Christianity is true, I'm a believer, I believe in the Bible, then you see, which means I'm not stopping to learn, but I have come to a final aspect of what truth I reside on. I'm identified by it, and then I walk that path, you know. And so I can never come to a point where I have a need to rediscover a pillow. You know, I'm just poking fun. Don't mind me. But I can never come to a point where I will need to learn anything from the Rastafarians. You know, if you get my drift. Because all knowledge being well established biblically and so forth, I don't need to be going out there. I mean, like, there are pictures where he straight out looks like people in the Viking world. I don't know if this is how Africans used to dress. It looks like Viking world for me. You know, looks like a Viking way of life. I mean, like, some of the pictures, pretty wild stuff. Yeah, just, you know, we go to the bushes. It's not a moment to be snapping pictures. You are there, you are doing a job or something. You know, you are there to help your grannies pick up firewood or something. You know? But the bishop is sleeping on the thing, is being one with nature, basically. This form of knowledge, you have to really think about what is it that this knowledge or this type of knowledge will do for one. Do we just keep pursuing, or do we learn and come to thinking? But it is very clear that this type of knowledge has no end to its pursuits. It constantly wants you to be smarter. You know, with the Bible, we just literally preach what is there. You know the Bible, you know exactly what I'm going to say. You know? But the problem is that we like fancy things. We like, you know, feeling like we are stumbling onto something new. And so our interest then gets piqued. When we hear about African spirituality, because it looks like everyone is going this route. We need to go that route. So basically, you know, Africa is here now. We are modern and what. So now it looks like it's kind of like the thing. Why wear suits? Why wear the clothing that we have? Let's go for this type of clothing and stuff like that. And so, you know, our bodies might not be adapted to it. You know, we might, you know, at an old age, you gotta be very careful what you start adopting, because you can catch sicknesses like that. You know, you have to be really careful in that particular space. But hey, to each and every man his own. The thing is, there is this pursuit of knowledge that doesn't lead anywhere. You're going to explore how Africans lived 100 years ago. Then what? You're gonna live and sleep the way that they slept. Then what? That's why I say knowledge puffeth up. It has no benefit. The knowledge has no benefit. But you see, once you come to a point where you've exhausted what looks like some form of truth, you have to go as far as you have to go this far. Because there's nothing that satisfies. It doesn't satisfy. He was a bishop, a very well-respected bishop. When he spoke, people listened. And then that route of being highly revered for how he thinks and stuff, it then drove him to seeking other things. What is short left? It has no end. You'll pursue, expecting to, oh, where's your life? I know, as a lot of me, I'm very cautious about wasting time. you know, it says, the writer of the proverbial book says, vanity of vanities, all is vanity, and a vexation of spirit. When you pursue these things, think about it. When does it end? Bishop now is now living in the bushes. As I mentioned, my favorite point out of all, rediscovering pillows. There's no end to it, friends. There's no end to it. It's like these people that delve into African spirituality from a Bungoma's perspective. There's no end to that. Because you're dealing with spirits, spirit beings from thingy, and now you have to go deeper, 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 deeper. They keep driving you further and further. It gets dangerous. So be very careful with what we expose ourselves to. Sometimes we have to be reminded, you don't have forever here. I fed that the African. My goal is to lead people to Christ. Leave all this. What? I have no business with that. Now, if that's what you want to do, I cannot bid you Godspeed. The Bible forbids me from bidding you Godspeed. You on your own. The honest truth is that you're on your own. Why? Because even when you get to what is true knowledge, it will not be enough. Paul goes into a thingy, and then when he gets there, there are people who just sit around waiting for new knowledge. Think about it. There are people that were, they were just sitting around waiting for new knowledge. There was no ending to it. And then you have the verse that says, forever learning, never coming to the end of to the knowledge of truth. So there is such a thing as a coming to the knowledge of truth. The Bible let us know that we can know. Be careful of the vexational spirit chasing what is endless. Otherwise, you'll be hugging trees like DJ's Boo. You'll be sleeping on rocks like Bishop Maponga, rediscovering pedos. There is an end of knowledge. There is an end to knowledge. There is an end to it. But you have to decide, because you see us, we can't pursue you forever. You have to be very careful of yourself, because we can't pursue you forever. There'll be a time where we see that time and we are losing time chasing you. So we have to go. Even the disciples were told the same thing. When they reject you here, go there. Yeah, we're not gonna be busy there. No, we have to move. You have to realize there's an end to knowledge. Noting that is one of the greatest blessings, but unfortunately for many people, they'll pursue without realizing that. It's Ricky, and I hope you find that path. It's Ricky, we're done here.